The 7 most important cards you should have in your collection, and I'm also going to give you 3 bonus cards at the end that complete the entire lineup. Most people in this hobby are buying the wrong stuff. They chase hype, they chase trends, they chase whatever is popping online that week. And that's why most collections end up being random, and most people never build something that actually holds long-term value. In other words, most cards don't give you leverage, and the cards that do are timeless, liquid, and always in demand. So, one of the most common themes throughout this list is going to be the cards that are foundation pieces. No fluff, no fads, just the best of the best. So, let's start with number 1. So, I have 7 types of cards that you should have in your collection. So, number 1, I call this Evergreen cards, cards that will slowly go up in value, staples, goats. This is 1986 Fleer Jordans, 2003 Topps Chrome LeBrons, 1979 Gretzky's. These cards are easy to find. You're not really going to be able to get them at any type of discount. They'll slowly go up. They're safe. They're great to use as trade pieces. That's number 1. Number 2 are cards with high upside. This is actually my personal favorite. So, cards where right now it is an opportunity to buy them because no one else sees it as an opportunity. So while I'm speaking right now, the football season just ended. I like CJ Stroud. I like JJ McCarthy, Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, Prism cards of these guys. Getting these cards graded. These cards are low risk, a lot of upside, and these are cards I like. That's number 2. Number 3 are budget-friendly grading cards. So this is a great piece to add into your portfolio because they're easy-ish money to be had. So grading takes 2 to 3 months to get cards back to you if you use the lowest end service while I'm speaking right now, which is about $22. So buying cards in the $20, $30, $40, $50 range and just buying these cards 3 or 5 or 7 or 10 a week and just keep sending them to PSA, keep letting it rip. And after about 2 months, when these cards start to come back to you, you will have cards coming back to you every week. The downside, you just need to outlay some cash. The upside, you're just going to create a continuous stream of income for yourself. And you could take the high upside cards that I just talked about, like Daniels and, Bo Nix, who got injured, right? And buy their cheaper cards and start to buy these budget-friendly cards to get graded. That's number 3. Number 4, one of my favorites as well, is our vintage cards with big upside. So you have vintage cards like Wayne Gretzky, Babe Ruth, guys like that are staples. They're just blue chip guys. But in my opinion, there are cards, vintage, that have a lot of upside. So I labeled off some that I have in my collection. 1989 score Barry Sanders PSA 10. Something that doesn't sell for a lot of money that could have a lot of upside. Something I really like in my collection, a 1984 O-Pee-Chee Steve Yzerman, who's a Hall of Fame player for the Red Wings hockey, PSA 10. The card sells for about $4,000. You don't need to buy a PSA 10. You could buy a PSA 5 or a 6 or a 7, which will go for a few $100s. But these are undervalued cards, in my opinion, that not many people are looking at right now. Another one of my favorites in my collection as well is the 1980 O-Pee-Chee Ray Bourque PSA 10. I paid about $10,000 for it. You don't have to buy that. You could buy a PSA 6, 7, or 8. But these are cards that Hall of Fame guys, great guys in their respective sport of hockey. But if you took Ray Bourque, who's a very, very good hockey player, and turned him into a football player, he might be the equivalent of someone like Randy Moss, where his cards are much more liquid and sell for much more amounts of money. So in my opinion, there's some value there. Number 5 are vintage stable guys. So just stable vintage guys, maybe not like super blue chip guys like Michael Jordan, but guys like Ty Cobb, Cy Young, Hank Aaron, Roberto Clemente, just cards a lot of times from the 50s and 40s and before, but just really, really good top-end Hall of Fame guys. These cards are just staples in the world of sports cards. Maybe don't sell for the amounts of MJ or Wayne Gretzky, but just really safe guys to have with a little bit more upside, in my opinion, than the Gretzkys and the Jordans of the world. That's number 5. Number 6, if you're a gambler and you'd like to take some risks, buying alternative sports. So for the most part, I'm talking about things like UFC, soccer. These sports have yet to come up a lot. Soccer is on its way up. But if you buy these cards and the sport starts to take off, you can make a lot of money. Some examples of cards you could buy from these sports: 2018 Prism, Kylian Mbappe. 2002 Mega Cracks, Cristiano Ronaldo. 2004 Mega Cracks, Lionel Messi. 2014 Tops, Khabib Nurmagomedov, who is a UFC fighter. For you guys that don't follow UFC, he's probably the greatest of all time. But a Khabib Nurmagomedov card doesn't really sell for tons of money depending on the card relative to GOATs in other sports. So if you see UFC getting bigger and you see this stuff catching on, kind of like Pokemon did and One Piece did, then you can make a lot of money. That's number 6. Number 7, and this is the staple of how I've made money just for the most part in sports cards, are newer guys, cards that are $100 plus, and getting these cards graded. So $100 plus cards of new guys like Jackson Dart, Shedeur Sanders, Ashton Genty, guys like that. Tyler Shuck is another one. They have cards, tons of them that are new, readily available to get graded. A lot of people and most people don't grade cards because it's expensive. It takes a lot of time. Most people have had bad experiences because they don't have the proper information. But that is probably the easiest and fastest way to make money in cards, because a card of Jackson Dart just came out, right? His rookie cards are just starting to come out while I'm talking right now. And there's tons of cards that are new, ready to flip. The downside with this is it is a little bit more volatile, right? Because Jackson Dart cards are selling for tons of money, and it's probably not something you want to hold long term. But these cards are readily available to be graded, and it's pretty quick, easy money if you know what you're doing. But those are the 7, just to recap it. Evergreen cards like MJ and Gretzky, cards with high upside, guys that are down right now like Jaden Daniels. Budget friendly is number 3, cards in the $20 to $100 range. Number 4, vintage with big upside, maybe guys who are undervalued like Ray Bork or Steve Yzerman. Number 5 are stable vintage guys of the hobby like the Mantles, the Ty Cobbs, the Cy Youngs, the Hank Aaron's. Number 6 is alternative sports like UFC and soccer. Khabib Nurmagomedov, UFC fighter, is an example. Number 7 is just new guys, cards that are $100 plus, ready to send cards to get graded, because these cards just recently came out. There's a free PDF down below in the description of exactly what I'm talking about. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cool. There you go. That is 7 cards you could have in your collection. Me personally, I probably have a little bit of each, and honestly. But now let's let the callers begin. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff to say after the Super Bowl. I would just like to say, haha, I told you so. I've been hot with my picks recently. The Seahawks the game went exactly how I said, which makes me feel good about myself. Cool. The queue is open. It's safe. What's up, Safe? You're live.
Yeah, good morning. You were right, huh?
I hate to brag, but I was right. Yeah.
Yeah, you were right. Well, you were right and I was wrong. That's a good way to say it. It's a horrible offensive performance, and the defense held up pretty well. It was close to the fourth quarter, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's not even a Drake May thing. Just if you can't block and no one's open, what are you supposed to do? Right?
Actually, I saw a lot of clips and footage that, there's people, there were some slants available.
There were. He did make some bad throws, but the clock in his head was speeding up because they couldn't block. So, the one to Austin Hooper, I think he was wide open. He missed him. But yeah, I can't blame the guy. At least I don't. They were just, let's be honest, they kind of got lucky to get there. They had a very, very easy road to get there. And really no team in the AFC probably would have matched up against them, except maybe, Josh Allen, probably, and maybe the Broncos with Bo Nix, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. They exceeded the expectations, but I'm disappointed that we couldn't, the defense played so well that they kept this, even the feels like it's not close, but the score was up till the fourth quarter,
Yeah, let's be honest. The Patriots are still rebuilding, and they made the Super Bowl, right? They can improve their offensive line for sure. Will Campbell needs to not be the left tackle and go to guard probably. They need another weapon at receiver. They need a better pass rush. They have a lot of room to grow, and Drake May is obviously still really good. So,
well, we'll see. Yeah. So, what do you think? Is it the time to start selling baseball? Because I do have lot of great baseball cards that I'm just sitting on since October that I'm waiting to sell them. You think the time right now, or in 2 weeks, in a month, and
Well,
when exactly?
yeah, if you bought the card and got it graded, I'd just say sell it right away, but it depends on the card. My answer is probably sell it right away, but it depends if the values went up yet. Has it went up?
Mm, I mean, not really. Most of them are really low numbered prospects. Like I have a Made to 5. I have a Diego Tornes to 50. I have mostly some big names, not as big prospects that are really low numbered, 50 and less, and they are graded. Some are 10, some are 9s. No comps because they are low
Well,
numbered.
I mean, Jesus Made, let's see. He's up. Let me share my screen so people can see what I'm looking at.
I have a card which the other day once sold. I feel like that sale was really on the market. It is the Meteoric Rice to 5, graded 9. Mine is graded 9. Got a 9. Too bad.
Yeah,
But
so just piece of advice for the future. Jesus Made is like 19, right?
yep, yes, sir.
So investing in baseball in the offseason, you want to try to go for guys that have a high chance of getting called up because that generates a lot of hype. So generally speaking, they have to be like 21 years old or at least 20. Number two, you really want to only stick to Bowman Chrome for the most part, or like you could do
Yeah, that's
top
Bowman
series.
Chrome.
Oh, is it?
Is it an insert from Bowman Chrome?
Yeah, no inserts is what I
Oh,
meant.
you mean base? Okay, okay.
Yeah, they just don't do as well. You can do fine with it, but even Jesus Made, he's up like 25%. His Bowman Chrome PSA 10 was like $400 a few months ago. Now it's 500. So not bad. But like if you took that money and put it into someone like, let's see, this is someone I was talking about, a few months ago. But let's see. Like Justin Crawford, right? I have a student so he's up like 50%, it looks like. And I have a student that doubled his money on a few like Bowman Chrome Gold non-auto PSA 10s, but the reason being is not because he's a better or worse player, just because more hype, because he's probably going to start for the Phillies this year. So just piece of advice. But I wouldn't auction that card. I would try to trade or to sell it outright for like 20-30% more than you paid.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. So you think that it's the time to kind of sell those prospects right now, because now they're gonna get in action in a couple weeks, right?
Yep. So yeah, generally speaking, I sell right now. Yeah, I sold most. I didn't buy a ton of baseball, but I sold most of it. I have some left, I think.
And you think it's a good time to start buying May in couple weeks? In
No.
a month, couple weeks?
No, I would not buy Drake May. Me personally, just he's already really high. He'll go down a little bit from the Super Bowl, but I believe that if I was buying it, I believe my money could be put in a better spot, someone with more upside, because he already sells for tons of money, even though it'll go down a little bit. So you could, but me personally, I'm not.
Oh, okay. But you're more high on McCarthy, Williams, and Daniels for the upcoming football season.
Yep. Yeah. I could show I'm looking at my eBay right now. I have to pay for these cards. I just bought I did it on the podcast and then went back and bid more. So I didn't because people kept stealing my cards. But I bought here, I'll show you. I didn't pay. I gotta pay for these yet. Someone just messaged me to pay. But yeah, I bought a Prism PSA 10 green. What is this? Yeah, green sparkle out of 8. McCarthy for like $1,400, and then I bought a blue shimmer Stroud, I believe. Yeah. So PSA
Stick
10.
with the commons, right? Like a silver, and something
You want to try to go for
mid-tier number.
color. Usually does better. It usually appreciates better with higher
Really?
upside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather have the silvers because they're so common from like McCarthy and Jaden Daniels. I prefer not to do those. I would rather have a orange at a 249 or something like that.
Because that's the issue is that sometimes I notice. I mean, I collect a lot of low numbered cards, And I noticed that it's just whenever I try to trade or just kind of like, go like sell it at a show, it's just the comps are not that much. And usually the comps are like volatile, like for example, in your video, the one you bought a Drake May rated rookie out of 199, the blue shimmer.
Blue. Oh, yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
have the exact same one in just blue, like base blue.
Yeah.
And the cards sell like the card is just very weird because the rated rookie in a 9 sells for like 250, 300, and that one to 199 sells for like 360 or sold for 360, and there is one raw sale for like 550. So it's very, so I noticed that I struggle in comping and kind of like having a good conversation or negotiation with someone when the card is low numbered.
Yeah, everybody does. You just need to be selling it you just got to get into it for the right price and sell it into the hype. People will overpay for that stuff, even if they don't know the comps, because it's so hypey. So you might just be buying the wrong type of stuff. It sounds like.
Most all rated rookies and prisms and Bowman. I'm following your advice pretty well, but it's just because they're low numbered. Like for example, I have that's a bad card because I know you don't like them, but I have like a tops now out of 50 for Roman Anthony, and there is a sale at 300 and sale at 700.
That's weird. That is weird.
And, yeah, the other day I was at a table and the guy was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I don't know either.
Yeah, that's the problem you'll run into. But if it was a Bowman Chrome Blue Roman Anthony and the sales were all over the place, the guy would be much harder pressed to try and get that card from you just because it's more liquid.
Okay. Well, you probably have a line. Thank you so much.
We do. I've gotten popular over here. It's picking up. But thanks to people like you, man. You've been calling in since day one, so I have you to thank for it.
Absolutely. Well, no, thanks to the great content that you put out. That's what it is.
Well, thank you, Safe. We'll talk. We'll talk soon.
Have a good one. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. I have gotten popular. Oh my god. All right. Okay. I need someone to manage this phone. This phone is crazy. All right. That was Safe. North. Oh man, I can't. I literally can't even call someone because people keep calling. I'm sorry. San Diego, California. I'm sorry. I'm trying to call you back, but hey, if you call once, you're in the queue. You don't got to keep calling. I promise. You're in the queue. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You are live.
Hey, Eric. What's up, man? Thanks for taking my call. I just had a quick question, man.
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on getting a Fernando Mendoza 101 autograph graded, like the auto and the card graded, vice just like authenticating the card and getting the auto graded?
Wait, say that again. The card is what?
Fernando Mendoza?
Yep.
The college football player?
Yep.
It's a one of his.
Yep.
Right? Autographs. So my question is, should I get what are your thoughts on getting the card graded, like a 1010, for example, like the card and the auto graded, or should I just get it authenticated and the auto graded?
Well, that's what's your name? Sorry, I didn't ask.
Oh, my name is Mike.
Mike, that's like asking me, is this girl hot, but not showing me what she looks like? I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. But with one of ones, the grading doesn't matter too much. I would only get it graded. Me personally, if I thought it could 10. And then if I didn't think it could 10, I would not get it. I would actually keep it raw, not authenticated, because the minute you get something authenticated, most people think, and usually they're right, that something's screwed up with the card.
Okay.
So I would just keep it raw unless you think it could 10. And then getting the autograph graded, be careful, because if the card grades a 10, but the autograph grades a 9, it'll screw up the value of the card. Nobody likes to see a 9. So if you're going to do it, make sure the autograph is like perfect. Like perfect.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, and then when would be the ideal time to sell this card? Like, I'm thinking prior to the draft.
Yeah, you could do that, man. But to be honest, it's not something. It's not a card I would buy to begin with, because what's going to happen when the draft comes is all of his cards are people are going to be trying to sell all of his cards, and the supply is going to be very high. Which then what happens? The demand goes down, which means the price probably won't go up at all. The only way that card will be a good buy is if he actually starts to play well in the preseason, or he looks good in camp, or he plays well in the season. But that's not a game I like to play, because just most guys don't end up playing well as good as everyone thinks Mendoza is. So it's not a card I would buy personally. So
Okay.
that would
And
be
then also, kind of one last question. When his pro cards come out, the college cards usually drop. Is that correct?
not really. Nah,
Okay.
not really. No, the cards that drop. So, well, Topps will be making his rookie cards, but like with Panini, so Prism is the best type of rookie card. And when Prism comes out, a lot of the other stuff that came out before it, like Optic Preview, like second or third tier products, will drop. But the college stuff, not really, or not that I've seen.
Okay. Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate I appreciate the call. You taking the call, man.
Yeah, bro. Good luck out there.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye. Like I said, if you call once, I promise you're in the queue. I promise. I won't miss it. I promise. I promise. Calling you back, Pennsylvania. You have Eric, you're live.
Hey, Eric, how are you?
Hey, what's up? Who's calling?
This is Nolan.
Nolan. Oh, Nolan. What's up, dude?
I was wondering if you could help me look up this card and help me find a good value for it.
It's gonna cost you $500. Are you okay with that? I'm kidding.
It's a Joel Embiid.
Okay.
2014 Panini Boxing Day, cracked ice to 25.
Boxing Day. It's numbered to 25.
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
a PSA 8. There's one PSA 9 and two other PSA 8s.
So a PSA 8 of this card did $36 in October of 2023. And then what I would just do real quick, I would just look at Embiid's, like, I don't know, like his Prism PSA 10s, and just see how much are down. They've went up since then. So since October of 23, they are like, let's see, they are like, honestly, like 30% of what they used to be. So I guess this card's like $10 to $15. Seems low, but that's what the math says.
Yeah, like that just seems too low for me. Like, I think I paid like almost 80 for it.
Yeah.
A couple months ago.
Yeah, it's probably not worth that. I mean, I see a sale in 2022 of 50 before that, so it's not a very desirable type of card. So that's why I would just cut your losses, man. That'd be my advice.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate it.
Cool. Any other questions?
Take care. No, just
Sweet.
watching the show.
Thanks, Nolan. Thanks for calling in.
Yep. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. That was Nolan. And Grand Rapids. Isn't there a famous Future line where he says Grand or something about Grand Rapids, March Madness? Something like that, right?
This is Joe.
What's up, Joe, you said?
Yeah.
What's up, dude? You're live. You got Eric.
Hey, Eric. How you doing?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Great. Hey, first off, congrats on your Mr. Beast show. That was super cool.
Wait, what was it?
Mr. Beast.
I don't understand. Well, explain to me. What do you mean, Mr. Beast show?
What's up, Joe? You said? What's up, dude? You're live. You got Eric.
You hear me?
Whoops.
Did I lose you? I think I lost him. Well, let me call him back. Mr. Beast show. I'm curious what he means by that. I'll give you one more call, Grand Rapids. Let's see. Maybe your phone died. We'll come back to you. Let's see. We got Tampa. You're calling. What's up? You got Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric, it's Chad. I met you at the fairgrounds.
Chad, what's up, dude? Nice to meet again.
Well, I launched that grading service, and you gave my kid a card.
I gave your kid a card. What?
He wanted to know Tani, but he said he wasn't a baseball kid.
Oh, wait. I offered the Ohtani?
Yeah.
And then he didn't want that, right?
Yeah.
I actually remember it. I think that piece of content on our Instagram got a lot of views, and then people were commenting like, wow, I can't believe this kid didn't want an Ohtani card.
Yeah. So I'm happy to report that I'm following your advice. But as far as my grading services, I'm coming back. I think I've done 68 cards and modern cards.
Sure.
Not thick, not patch.
Yep.
65 have come back 9s and 10s.
Wow. Turns out I know what I'm talking about a little bit.
Well, with really digging into the numbers this weekend, I went out to Orlando to a card show, and my number one card that I've been picking up, I got 3 of them now, is the Tawny All Aces.
Yep, that's a good card. People like that, the look of that card.
It's an easy 3X card. But there's another guy on YouTube, Gem Mint Masters. I don't know if you know aware of him. All he does is Jordans. And he got me looking at like mid-career Jordans that surprisingly, with the grading fee, if they 10, you're 5Xing your money. So I spent
Are they
probably
old?
an hour.
Are they old cards?
Yeah, they're older, but I use the centering app, and I have a really good eye for surface issues. So I picked up 4 Jordans for $30. One of them, it's 89 tops. It is perfect. If that 10s, it's worth $800.
Nice. So
it's.
Oh, go on.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So it's just I'm doing this little experiment. It's very time consuming, but if I can 10 2 of the tops gold, I think most Jordans, if they 10, they're going.
Oh yeah, you make
1/5.
Yeah, you'll make bonkers money. The only thing I would say, 2 things. Number 1, it's really, really hard to get a 10, even if you think the card's perfect, because when the grader gets it in hand, what are they going to think to themselves? Why hasn't this card been graded in 30 years? And they control the population a lot harder than with a newer card. And number 2, alongside of that, the time it takes to find those cards in good condition, you have to ask yourself, okay, if I spent 2 hours looking for modern cards as opposed to Jordan cards, maybe one Jordan card might make me more money, but I may have found 5 modern cards in that time. So it's the opportunity cost of your time, something to look at, but it might work. There's a bunch of different strategies to make money in sports cards, but report back and let me know how it goes.
Yeah. This card, the show was in Orlando. It was kind of a very Pokemon heavy show, but the guy had a 4-row box just full of Jordans.
Wow.
I was like,
okay, this was purchased at a show. I got it.
Yeah, this weekend.
Okay, I see.
But online, I'm really trying to focus on, like I said, I found that Ohtani, Joker. I haven't looked at Joker yet, but definitely Luka rookies. That yellow flood is like an easy 3X card if it 10s. And looking, because all the hype is scattered right now. So I'm trying to focus in on guys that nobody's really hyped at and like seeking right now.
Yep.
So like Luka, Joker, but also, the benchmark for any players is Silver Prism rookie.
Yep.
So I'm really trying to focus on those as well. And a lot of I think the Luka ones are going for 125, 150. And then they're easy 3X cards.
Yeah, just be careful. Any Silver Prism card is very hard to grade for the most part. And then number 2, those cards are 8 years. 8 years old at this point. So they're very, very hard to find in good condition. A lot of them have dimples. You could find cards to 3X on, make the same amount of money, but buying cards from this year or last year where the odds of you getting a 10 are like way, way higher. So just keep that in mind, going after the Lukas and the Jokers and grading them. I love to do that shit too and take big risks, but just in terms of making money, if that's the goal, usually it's not the best ROI play.
Yeah. You want to hear about my big failure I just had 2 weeks
Sure.
ago? 65-year-old man showed up to my table
Okay.
to have me evaluate 3 Bowman Chrome Tom Brady's that he pulled. He pulled.
Okay.
And we offered him comps on it. Two of them were I've submitted one before and it got a 9 because of a small dimple. 2 of them were almost perfect. Like I think 2 of them had a really good chance at 10ing, and then one was definitely had a good chance at a 9. So he walked. He didn't want the comps. I had a partner of mine. I showed him what the cards are worth, and he's like, "All right, pull up 10 grand." The guy walked away from 10 grand. It's not about the money. Like,
well, did he, what types of cards are they?
The Bowman Chrome Tom Brady rookies, 3 of them.
None of them are graded.
None of them are graded. He said he's got a massive collection. It just sits in a box. And I had to cut. He pulled them himself back in 2000, and I had to cut the penny sleeves off to actually get them out to look at them because they were all in great shape.
Yeah, well, granted, he probably looks at the 9s and 10 sales, and a 9 does like 5 grand, and a 10 does like 14,000. I'm looking here, so he probably thinks in his head, like people are delusional, so he probably thinks all of them are gonna get a 10. And in his head, he thinks they're worth like 40 grand or whatever that is. So, but if you think they're all good, man, even like yeah, it's tough offering on those cards because there's a lot of risk. If one gets a 7, you're kind of screwed. So,
oh, they were all in really good shape. Like I said, I'm coming back with a very very high 9 and 10 rate on my modern stuff. So
nice.
I've really honed in my skills. And at the last show at the Hilton, so the Fairgrounds was my first show. I've done 4 since. The last show, people are coming to me. I did 46 in-person evaluations during the show.
Nice.
So I have a constant flow of customers, and it's very rewarding. So it's growing. So if you want to, I did get my social medias up. So it's the Collective Sports Cards.
Nice. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. That sounds good. Any other questions?
No, I mean, so what? If you what are your non-hype cards that you should be looking at right now?
Well, I just bought a big Stroud, McCarthy, Penix. I just bought a few of these cards over the weekend. They were all like a Prism Forest BGS 9.5, Penix out of 15, a McCarthy Sparkle out of 8, green PSA 10, green Sparkle, I think, and blue Shimmer PSA 10 Stroud. So I mean, this is an idea of the guys who I'm looking at to buy. It's more about, it's like a combination of the card and the guy. Like you could show me a card of CJ Stroud, but if it's a shitty, card, I won't buy it. It has to be the right type of card that I think to get a lot is very liquid when the time comes.
Well, speaking of Penix, I just sent it. I hit the Bomb Squad, the Clearly Donruss 101.
Oh yeah.
I gave it to Black Tie, and I just got it back. He had it signed. I paid to have it signed by Penix, so I'm sending it in. I just sent it in the other day to get it authenticated. It won't, like I'm a firm believer, like you are, that if it's a 101, there's no reason to grade. A guy had me crack an Arena Club slab yesterday. Otani, 1 of 1 that had an on-card autograph. He's like, "What should I do?" I was like, "Just get it authenticated." It's 1 of 1, and I was like, "It's not going to grade anyways, because it's the corner was messed up." But yeah, just get. I'm if that autograph doesn't get a 10, I'm gonna have a word with Ray.
Yeah, I've been there before, too many times.
So, all right.
Well, thanks for calling in, man. Keep me updated on how everything's going.
Okay.
All right, have a good one.
Yep. Bye.
All right, that was Tampa, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Your call went out, and this is Utah.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You are live.
Hi, Eric. It's Jeremy from Utah.
What's up, Jeremy? How may I be at your service? Is it true you guys have no snow this year?
Yeah, dude, we have like no snow whatsoever.
Wow. I was snowboarding this weekend in western North Carolina, and someone told me in Park City there's no snow. That's crazy.
Yeah, we've had our lowest snowfall this year for sure.
Wow. It's kind of sad, honestly. Looking at Park City, it's just all grass, man.
No, man, I don't mind it one bit. But hey, I was calling because I just was wondering, man, when I've been collecting since I was a kid. I'm 26 now, and I was wondering, where do you start? It's like so overwhelming with how many cards you got.
Yep.
Do you just like look at the top value of cards, start there, and
No. Do not do that. Well, what's your goal? Is it to make money? Is it just to have fun?
Just to have fun. See if I can make a couple bucks here or there.
And then what's your starting bankroll? How much money do you have to mess around with?
So around that 2K mark you talk about.
Yeah, so then I would begin. Let's see, $2,000. I'd probably begin. Yeah, buying. I'd probably begin buying guys that are easier cards to get graded. So easier cards to get graded are like Jackson Dart, Shador Sanders, these cards that just came out. Don't buy anything crazy priced. I would try to keep it in the $100 to $200 range and send these cards off to PSA. Use what I talk about in this podcast to evaluate the conditions of cards. And that'd be the easiest way to make money, easiest cards to find. Use Card Ladder, or you could use eBay's recent sales, or you could use another site called 130 Point to look at the sales of the cards to make sure you're paying, what the card's worth. But that'd be the route I would go.
Okay, got you. And so I have a 2024 Panini Prism Bo Nix.
Yep.
You wouldn't send that off to grading?
Is it just a base card?
The silver.
Oh, silver. Well, it just depends on the condition. Like the card is worth like $60, but a 10's $500. So on that card, there's two things you want to look for. So on the back of the card, that corner that's black, how does that corner look? Is it like crispy? Is it at a right angle, or does it have some like whiting?
So I'll have to go home and look at it. I'm out of work right now.
Okay. Yeah. So if that corner is crispy and you can't see any big surface blemishes, like any dimples, then I would send it in.
Got you. And then I also have a Tyler Warren mosaic green fluorescent to 10.
Okay.
You would, so cards like that jump up to the $80 range. You would, no hesitation, if they look great, send them.
Yeah, my general rule, if you could double your money. So if you already have that card, the grading fee is going to be about $22. And then as long as you could at least double your money when you sell it after that, I would send it in if you think it's in good condition.
Got you. All right, man. Yeah, I got quite a few of them I'm going to send in, so I'll let you know, man.
Sweet, bro. Keep me updated.
Yes, sir. I got you. Have a good one.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. That was Utah. Tampa we called. And this is, Grand Rapids. I'm still waiting for you to call back, but I believe the queue's open after this call. This is New York.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You are live.
Hey, Eric. How are you? My name's Warner Pullman. I'm from New York.
Oh, say your name again?
Warner from New York.
Warner. What's up, dude? How can I help?
Hey, so I got a couple questions.
Yep.
I was just messing around pulling a Bowman 2024 hobby box yesterday.
Okay.
And I pulled out the Julio Rodriguez anime, numbered to 50.
Very nice.
Yeah, nice card. I looked it up. I can't find anything that's recently sold on eBay, but I did find it for sale for around $800-900.
Yep.
I was wondering if they grade well.
Well, let me show you how to look that up. So I'm sharing my screen here. It might be a little delayed for you, but the card is worth. It's numbered to 50. Let's see.
Yeah, it's numbered to 50. It's
Gold
foil.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
very nice. So the card last year sold for $250. So raw, I'm looking at it here. So what I would just do is just look at Julio. So if there's a site called Market Movers you could use, I don't know if you know what that is, but
Yes.
if you just look at like his Bowman Chrome PSA 10, which is a card that sells frequently, you can just compare the value from then to now. So going back a year ago, let's see, a year ago, this card is worth his Bowman Chrome PSA 10 in January was 44, or February was like $44, call it. And today it's 37. So it's just about the same. So his value is about the same. So nothing has changed on that front. And then the question is how easy or hard this card is to grade.
Yes.
So there's a free site you've probably seen me use before called gemrate.com.
Right.
And if you go to Universal Search and let's do 2024 Bowman Chrome Anime Julio Gold Refractor. Here we go. There's been 24 graded, there's been 20 graded with PSA, and 10 have graded a 10. So it gems at 50% of the time. So pretty easy-ish to grade. If yours looks good, I would definitely send it in because a PSA 10 sold for $475. It's probably worth a little bit more. I would suspect the 10 would sell for like $550 to $600 because he did do well in the playoffs. Right. But yeah, there's your answer.
Okay. And since I just recently pulled it, it would be more sufficient maybe to, like you said, send it into grading and then sell it before next season, opposed to this one coming up.
No. So does yours have the redemption sticker on it?
Oh, let me take
is it a redemption card?
No, I don't think so.
Does it have that? This doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Why is this Topps logo? Why is this? I don't know. I don't know why this person put this on the card. Yeah. Yeah. Let me know. But no, I would get it graded right away and sell it.
Okay. And then I just had one more question about. Well, actually, I got two more card questions for you.
Go.
I just purchased a Trevor Lawrence blue ice prism this morning based off of one of your recommendations. I saw your short. I was like, I happened to see one right away. I jumped on it.
No guarantees here.
It was selling for $100. I got it for $30.
This is
looked like it's
what year?
Looked like 2025, I believe it was.
Okay.
I believe it's this year's Prism card, blue ice Prism, to $199.
Okay.
It looks like it's in really good shape. Once again, I know I have time now. This would also be a good one possibly to send in. You said the blues tend to grade well, I believe, if I remember that correctly.
The blue, okay, so I know what you're referring to. The blue ices don't grade that well. It's not like that easy, but it's not that hard. But I was talking about blue ices in terms of they're very liquid. As in, they're great cards to hold and sell when the season gets closer. However, that card you bought, it's not his rookie card. I would just get that graded and sell it.
Right.
The blue ices, like his rookies, those are like of premium liquidity. Like you'll have no problem ever selling those cards. So I was referring to rookies. Anytime I talk about holding a card, ever, 99.9% of the time, I'm talking about the rookie year card.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. All right, and I guess with my last one, I recently purchased a autographed Nolan Ryan All Aces.
Okay.
It's not numbered, but I got it for $265. It was selling for a little over $300. Automatically got sent to JSA. I was wondering if it would be smart for me to, once I received it from JSA, to send it to PSA.
Well, let's look. Let's see what this thing sells for. So, All Aces JSA sells for like, this says 260.
So I got it for like 265.
Yeah, 265. I see. There's no graded sales. A PSA 9 does. There's no. Oh, here's a 10. So a 10 sold for $616. So, oh, this is number to 25. I think this is a slightly different card, but yeah, I would send it in for grading though. To answer your question.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
Sweet, bro. Good luck out there.
All right, thanks, man. I love your show.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Later. All right, that was Newburgh. This is Newton, Kansas. Never heard of that town.
This is John.
What's up, John? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. Thanks for calling me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. How can I help?
Well, wanted to call, and so I've been watching for a while. Haven't done a whole. I've got a few cards out there.
First-time caller?
Yes.
Ah,
yes,
nice.
sir.
Well, welcome.
I'm from Kansas.
Sweet. Cool. Well, welcome. Sorry about the Chiefs this year. Not your best year, but.
Well, I'm a Cowboys fan anyway, so it's always bad.
I'm sorry. Sorry again. I'm a Jets fan though, so I'm right there with you.
Gotcha. Anyway, so I started out with the best intentions of following what you've said, send stuff out to grade, stuff like that, and somehow I went off on the whatnot track. Thought, man, I'll do a whatnot show, and I've collected all this inventory. I got like 10,000 raw cards or
so
more.
You were
a couple hundred.
Wait, just so I understand, you were like getting into breaks, right?
No, I just started buying,
Oh, okay.
lots of cards to start my own whatnot channel. And
I understand.
I don't know, with full-time job, 3 kids, family stuff, it's just not enough time to do all that. As far as whatnot shows and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. I hear you.
So I want to make the most. I'm gonna get rid of most of it. Obviously, I've got like 200 slabs, like CCG stuff. I got cheap slabs too, but so I want to make the most of it. So the other day you talked about one of your students was buying lots and selling some lower end cards. I was wondering if you had any suggestions of what I could look for to maybe. Since I've already got them and got almost nothing in them because I bought them in such large lots, is there anything low end that I could probably do well on and send off and get that whole PSA thing started and some at least a little bit of income rolling in?
That's a very broad and vast question, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a very, very. You're basically asking me, hey, what card should I buy to get graded? It's like, well, there's a lot.
Yeah.
But so that guy who I'm referring to, his name is Bill. He was just to give you context. He knew, so he's a cop in Massachusetts. Now he's a coach of ours, but he knew nothing about cards, and then he got in the program before ever buying lots. He followed my process, of buying singles and getting them graded, and he graded hundreds of cards within a few month period. Did very well, made tons of money. Oh, actually, that's a lie. The first few months, he didn't follow anything we said, lost money, realized he was doing it wrong, and then flipped it around. Then bought a bunch of singles and made a lot of money, graded hundreds of tens. Then after that, he started buying lots. So at this point in the game, he already graded 300, 400, 500 cards. So when you grade that many cards, you kind of know what to look for and what not to look for.
Sure.
But when you go through these lots, you're just looking it's hard if you really haven't done cards before because you just don't have the experience, but you're just looking for stuff that's gradable. So if you buy a lot of 300 cards, maybe 10, 20 in that lot is graded, and you're just looking for either A, cool looking cards and cards that you think might be worth some money, or B, cards of guys who are popular names. And if you see a card of Jaden Daniels, oh, okay, this card might be worth getting graded, so I'm going to go look it up. If you see a card of a backup offensive lineman, probably not worth your time to look up, right? So,
Sanders, Dart, Daniels, stuff
yeah,
like that.
Exactly. So, in base cards, generally, waste of your time. So, it must be like a silver or some sort of refractor or color. No real base cards for the most part are going to be worth grading. I wouldn't. It's a more advanced strategy, and also you're talking about the fact that you have a family and kids, etc. It's also very time consuming. So, keep in mind, this guy who I'm talking about does cards full time. He's either coaching people on cards or he's in his office going through his cards and flipping and selling them. He doesn't have a job and all these. He has a bunch of kids and family too. So it's very, very time consuming, and it's going to be even more time consuming for you because you're newer to this, so it's going to take you more time to look stuff up. You're not going to know what stuff is worth. So I would not go that route. I know you already went that route, but for the future, I wouldn't at first because it's a advanced game to play.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I was probably going to wholesale it out, just get rid of it, and I know I'm going to lose money on what I've spent on it, obviously, but and then use that money, I guess, to grade cards. I just thought maybe if I could maximize some of the smaller cards, and get some
inexpensive grading experience in the process, you know?
Yeah. So I would just be looking for just names, man. That's the best advice I can give you. Just look for the names, no base cards, and start from there. That's the route I would go.
Well, man, I appreciate your advice.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for all you do. I appreciate. I love listening to your shows every week. So.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Well, we're live on Tuesdays now too, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But yeah, let me know how it goes. If you have any questions about the lot, or if you have pictures and you're not sure of certain stuff, you could just call in and send pictures to this phone. I'll look at it and tell you what I would do, in my opinion.
All righty. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too, man. All right, San Clemente, California. I think the queue's open after this, so a lot of viewers.
Hey, what's going on, Eric? This is Daniel from California.
What's up, Daniel? How may I be at your service?
Hey, man, just calling. Just was hoping you could help me with a comp, or at least a fair, price to ask for a card. I just got it back. It's a Gem Mint 10, 2024 Jack Caglione Bowman Chrome, gold refractor.
Autograph or no?
Auto, yes, sorry.
Oh, that's a good card.
Yeah, man, it's been my biggest card update.
Wow, what'd you pay for it?
I got it for $26.50.
Wow, very nice. So,
yes, sir.
Let's see here. Are there any sales?
I see, I think in Card Ladder, June, late June of last year, it was at 7,200. But I think that's when he first got called up and he was kind of not playing well.
Yeah. So I see Gold Sapphire does 1 did 3,700 recently. I don't know if that's real, but generally speaking, the gold will do double-ish Gold Sapphires usually. But let's see. Yeah, so I see a $7,200 sale. This is in June, and the very simple way to do this is let's just look him up. Let's just look up his PSA 10 auto because that sells more frequently. And in June, this card was worth a lot of money. In June, it was worth $940, so he was at his peak. And now the cards drop in half. But then again, it doesn't really make any sense because the Gold Sapphire sells for $3K, so the card's definitely not worth $3K. So let's look at, instead of looking at his gold, let's go one level up. Let's look at his blue. Does he have blue? Yeah, he does have blue.
Yeah.
So his regular blue refractor. Yeah. So his regular blue refractor, according to this, a month ago, sold for $3,700 as a PSA 10, which checks out because his blue wave does $2K. So with Bowman Chrome, the variation usually does about half of the real color. So blue shimmer, if that's even a thing, will do about half of the regular blue ish.
Okay.
So yeah, bro, I think your card's worth $7,000 still.
That's awesome, man. Heck yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't auction that, man.
No, for sure.
I would. Oh man, my opinions on auctions change because Jack Caglione is obviously hot right now, and he and when you auction stuff that's hot, it goes. I had a Darnold card. I auctioned it the week before the Super Bowl. I really thought it was going to be $3,000 to $4,000. It was a National Treasures out of 25. PSA 10, I purchased it for $1,300 before the season, and it sold for $7,900. So,
oh my gosh,
yeah,
that's amazing, man.
Yeah, I have a crazy story to tell on that. I guess I'll tell after this call, but so I would. What would I do? The thing is, right now, if you auction, he's hot. That auction's going to go. The downside is it is kind of risky because it is a it's an expensive card. It can go for $6K, $8K, $7K. Sometimes auctions are random. Honestly, I would. This is what I would do. I would try to get. Okay, I would try to get at minimum net $300 net to your pocket at the minimum, minimum bottom. If that doesn't happen in the next week, if it was my card and you're probably not poor because you spent $2,600 on a card.
That was going to be another follow-up question. Like if I should do it like right now, or if I should wait a little bit more.
I would,
because I don't need the money.
I would give it a week. Try to sell it yourself. Maybe go to a card show if you could, and then I would give it to Golden Auctions, and then try to negotiate with Golden Auctions. Tell them like, hey, I'm going back and forth between Fanatics and Golden and blah blah blah, and they'll give you 5 to 10% of the buyer's premium because they take 20%. So honestly, that's a card when it's hot, bro, and a premium card like that Darnold I just had, I would just let it rip on auction, like a bigger auction like that. But I would first try to sell it yourself. That's what I would do. If it was mine.
Okay, perfect. And I actually do have a follow-up question.
Sure.
Like as far as like, so getting it graded through PSA, like I understand like, the concept of like the max insured value.
Yeah.
And I have to preface this by saying I am not complaining.
Yep.
What they think the card is worth.
Oh wait, you cut out there for the last 5 seconds. Say that again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, like PSA, when they give you your grade, they give you like an estimate of what they think the card is worth.
Yep.
Long story short, like they only charged me $299 to grade the card, which I want to say is like a max $5,000 insured value. And so, I mean, like I said, I'm not complaining at all because like I think the next tier up is like $600 to grade the card.
Yep.
So I think I just lucked out. I don't know if there's like a rhyme or reason to that, or if they just like I don't know.
I think they just undervalued the card, man. I think you just got lucky.
Dude, which is great because I was expecting like a big like going from thinking I'm paying $300 to getting charged that extra $300.
Yeah. I think the card is kind of tricky to value because you can see what I just did, right? I was looking at like the blues and the gold shimmer, so it is kind of tricky. It's probably a guess. It is kind of a guess, honestly. But
totally, because I think on Card Ladder they even like have a crazy like range of estimate from like 7K all the way up to like 10 something. And I'm like,
what? Are his cards? I'm assuming just by looking at these sales, but I'm actually curious. Are his cards trending upwards? Like just his. I'm just curious. Like his Bowman Chrome PSA 10s. Let's just see.
I honestly haven't looked to kind of see that.
Yeah, they're going up a little bit. Like it's not crazy, but it's up. It's up.
Yeah. I mean, just looking, online and just seeing the news surrounding him, it looks like the Royals are ready to like give him the keys to the city. It's like they're waiting for this kid to really break out, and I hope he does, man.
Yeah. But with that said, if it was mine, I wouldn't hold that into the season.
No, for sure. No, I absolutely want to be getting rid of it within the next week or two, for sure.
Yeah. I think that could be a solid Golden Auctions card, my friend.
Awesome. Yeah, I've never gone through Golden, so it'll be interesting to talk to them and.
I think I could. If you need someone, if you're not able to sell within the week, call back in. I might be able to give you someone's phone number at Golden Auction, but I'll have to like text it to you because I can't say it out loud. And then they might just say Eric Michael, and they might be able to hook you up.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome, Eric. Yeah, thank you so much, man, for all your help, brother. Like, dude, your content is like invaluable, bro. Like, I've learned literally everything that I've learned is from you, man. And like this card is just a testament to what I've learned from you, bro. So
sweet, bro.
If there's any haters out there, dog, give them my number, dude. I'll talk to them.
you know what you could do actually. I've never thought of. I've always given all this free value, and I was like, well, like I don't want to, come across and be a salesperson and say, hey, join the program. But what you could do if you'd like is go on Trustpilot and leave a nice review saying how much you've learned.
Absolutely,
could do that,
man. And yeah, dude. And actually, I mean, on that vein too, bro. Like, I know everyone's like time is valuable, right?
Sure.
And I've thought about like joining. I mean, I just learned from your free content, and I do it, with that. Then I'm not in your program. But I'm kind of to the point now to where it's like spending 2-3 hours a day on eBay, like skimming through cards. Like, is there? I guess my question is there a tier like in your program towards like I just need someone to say like not necessarily this auction like or this post like buy this card, but just a list of like these are the cards to buy.
Yep.
Like I understand like the buying and certain times and getting rid of them certain times.
That's exactly So the way I try to not sell the program on this podcast, but like so it puts what you're doing on. So like there's two types of people. There's people like you that are doing cards. It just puts you on steroids. And there's people that are newer that don't know anything about cards that don't want to go and learn it themselves, where a coach just tells them what to do. So it'll take. So the program will take what you're doing, and let's say you spend 2 hours a day, right? and let's pretend you find 3 cards on average to buy in those 2 hours. Well, now what's going to happen is the program will let you find double, triple, quadruple the amount of cards to make money on. So the way that's done is in 2 ways. The first way is we have a software that pulls data from eBay with thousands of cards on it with the best returns, multipliers, gem rates, etc. And it just gives them to you. So you don't have to, you'll never think, what card should I buy? It's just on a spreadsheet based.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it just tells you. And then number 2 is we give you something called card finders. So we have hundreds of virtual assistants or overseas people in the Philippines where they are trained just like our students on how to find cards, and you could pay them $3 to $4 an hour, and with no work they will find 5 to 10 to 20 cards for you a day for $3 to $4 an hour. And some of these students that I talk about that buy 200-300 cards in a month, kind of hard to do yourself, right? They have people working for them.
Sure.
That's how
that's amazing, bro. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's how it's done. Like that guy, I don't know if you were listening before, but Bill, the one who I talked about, who like he has these lots of cards and he goes through all of them and picks out the best ones to get graded. He does that himself in his house, and then all the cards bought on eBay, he has 3 full-time virtual assistants working for him. I believe 1 on eBay, 1 on Instagram, 1 on Facebook, and they're actually so good. They have full authority to just use his credit card and buy cards. So he just has cards show up to his house. Just he doesn't even know what's gonna show up the next day. Yeah. It's pretty crazy, but that's how it amplifies what you're doing.
Okay, that would be incredible. I think that's something I might have to do because it's like single dad, like blue collar. It's like finding an extra couple hours just on eBay is like it's hard. So it's
hard, redundant, repetitive. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, you could I don't know, just maybe I'll tell a salesperson to go bother you later today.
Yeah, man, sounds good, dude. Well, I appreciate it so much, Eric.
Sweet, dude. Thanks for calling in.
You got it, bud. Have a good day.
Bye.
Thanks, man.
All right, we got. How we looking on time? Hold on, I got to look at my calendar before I continue. I forgot what I have on the schedule today. Okay, so this is my only time to eat. We'll give this another caller or two.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You have Eric? You are live.
Hey, Eric. Hey, it's Eric.
Eric.
How you doing?
Eric, what's up, Eric?
Oh, not much. Hey, third time caller. I called last week. I called one other time, maybe a few months ago.
Oh yeah, I can't forget that. You have the better version of my name. How can I forget?
And I'm not in Columbus. That's a Columbus number. I did live there for many years, and that's the Buckeye town, so that's not a boring town. But
that's right. Yeah. Ohio State is there.
Ohio's a sports town. If you're into sports, Ohio's a sports town for sure. So, you won't go bored with sports over there. But I live in New Mexico now, so
nice.
I'm down here around the Spanish people, so I'm there to eat down here. But no, I like to go over to like Tucson and Phoenix. That's where I do my card stuff. But really, I'm calling because I'm looking for exit strategies. Really, I'm not into a lot of cards. I'm thinking I like one card. I'm thinking a price range of like $1,000 to $3,000 raw, and then try to grade it and try to flip that card. I'm thinking like right now, like say if you bought like the MVP of the Super Bowl, his hot card right now, like a good rookie patch auto raw, and then grade it, and then try to flip that. I'm thinking like you can't really go wrong there.
Yeah, you could.
I know you would say that. That's what I want to know. Like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of people would want his card right now. If I get the right card that someone really likes, I get it. I grade it within a week.
Within a week maybe, but the hype will only start to simmer down after a week. You're just putting yourself in a position like selling a Kenneth Walker card is just as liquid and good as selling a Jaden Daniels card. Probably, like, I know he's hot right now, but the market's not that big for Kenneth Walker. Me personally, I mean, you probably listened to my content, I'd imagine. I wouldn't. That'd be the exact opposite of whatever I'd preach to someone that's paying me for advice. To be honest with you, you could make money, and there's a lot of ways to make money, but I believe the upside is much less than the risk.
Yeah, my biggest worry is the selling part. I think I can buy no problem. There's a lot of cards. There's a lot of options. And a player will get hot, and you'll have a lot of options, especially a new player on new cards. And I can grade within a week if I pay a lot. So if I get a card that's valuable, and I can double or triple because that card is hot, I can sell it right away. My worry is that they won't sell. I work a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, my advice to you, and obviously do as you please, would be go a little slower, buy cards a little bit cheaper. Even it might take a month or two to get graded. That's okay. Think about it. Like it takes a month or two to start making money in a business. That's nothing. It took me 4 years to start to make a profit with Major League Profits. So like that's nothing. And then once the cards start to roll in from grading, then you'll thank me.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I don't want to be involved in a lot of cards.
Sure.
I want to do one. I want to do a certain price. Cards like eventually no one can buy it. I'm thinking like 5,000 plus. Like you're starting to really limit on who's going to be able to buy those cards. Like
yeah, you are.
If you got, honestly, what normal people with $5,000 is going to buy those cards? So I'm thinking like $1 to $3,000.
Yeah, you
somewhere
could.
Around in there can sell a lot more.
Yeah, you could. Just keep in mind those cards are way harder to find to get graded because when you're dealing with numbers like that, you're dealing with people that know how to grade cards and make money. So if you're not advanced in the game, that's why I would always start with buying cards in the few $100 range at least. You'll probably get eaten alive. And I could be wrong, but it's just what I've seen in my experience.
You mean eaten alive as far as thinking they're 10s or what?
Thinking they're 10s, getting 8s and 7s and 9s and overpay. Because now you're talking about cards with way less comps. So now you have to know exactly what to pay and getting eaten alive in that regard. You're dealing with people that just do this shit.
I think if you're any good at all, you can see a 9 between, before you can see like that's an 8, like that's an 8, so you're going to guess on the 9 and 10, for sure. But, if I got the right card, the 9 should get my money back. So I just get my money back. As long as it flips quick.
Well, with bigger cards, it doesn't. So with a lot of bigger cards, you'll spend $2,000 on a card, and a 9 will be $1,600 or $1,700, and after fees and shit, you're losing $500. So with a lot of the time, it doesn't with bigger cards, which is also part of the reason why it's riskier.
Yeah. Well, as far as I've heard, like a rookie patch auto ain't gonna really 10 easily. So a 9 is like
a 9,
a 10 on those.
Yes.
So if I get the cards they want, rookie patch autos, hot players, desirable cards, get it raw, spend $150, get it in a week, flip it. That card should sell within a week or two. That's my guess.
I want you. It seems like you're hell bent on it. So you only know if you try. My advice to you would be, I think you're going to be calling back in saying this didn't work and you've lost some money. But prove me wrong. I would advise against it if you were my student paying me. But go for it.
Tell me where I'm mainly going to go wrong in the grading thing.
Overpaying and then getting a 9 and losing like 30-40% of your money on the card.
Yeah. I'll just crack it back out and sell it raw at what I bought it for. I don't know.
Yeah.
I lost the grading fee. I don't know if the 9, if someone, I don't know. But are you telling me, to speculate? That's what you're doing.
Wait, were you the one? Quick question. I don't know if it was you, but were you the one calling in last week about breaking open the Young Guns case and swearing you'd make a profit?
Oh, no, I would
that wasn't you.
That
wasn't you. Oh, that wasn't you. Okay, that wasn't you with the hockey case. Never mind.
I've gotten a few cards out of packs. I got 4 cards in PSA now. I pull out of packs, but no, that's not the game I said at all.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm thinking about someone else. But if you look at the chat,
I called you about that Aaron Judge card though.
Remember that? Yeah. I remember. I do have to go to my next caller because I got a little queue. Any other questions I can answer for you real quick?
Oh, well, I forgot now, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thanks, bro. Let me know how it goes. Wow. That is going to end in absolute disaster, and I hope it doesn't, but I think it will. All right, last caller. I mean, this could just go on forever, but unfortunately, your boy doesn't have forever. And I feel bad because there's so many callers in the queue. And it looks like the last one is Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, we're calling. Sorry, I'm having trouble calling you back. There's people calling. I need a better phone system here. I'll get it figured out, though.
Hello, this is Trevor.
What's up, Trevor? You have Eric. You're live.
Eric, how are you doing, bud?
What's up? Not too bad. How are you?
Great. Thanks for calling back.
For sure. You're the last caller. How can I help?
Let's go. I was watching, and you were helping a guy with like the Jack Caglione card. It was like a prospect card. It got me to thinking. I did my first show as a dealer, and kind of went a little. I don't know about crazy, but like I think I watched too much YouTube content of cool guys buying and selling cards. So I bought as much as I sold. So I bought a bunch of stuff. Some of it I know, some of it I don't know.
Oh, well, that's not okay.
Well, I did. I think it's cool. I think it's okay. All right. So I got a Bowman Chrome Tyler Bremner gold. I think this is Mojo. It's got like the little bars kind of looking on it, and it's out of 50. It looks like the autograph is on card, and I can't find a single sale or active. I paid $360 for it cash.
All right. So I'll find it for you. What's it's Bowman Chrome who?
It's Bowman Chrome Tyler Bremner. BREM
NER. MER or NER?
NER.
Okay, I don't see. You sure it's Bowman Chrome?
Yeah, Bowman Chrome. Tyler Bremner, BREM.
Tyler Bremner, Bowman. Oh, Bowman. Okay. And it's a gold.
I think it's Mojo. It looks like Mojo to me. I'm kind of new, but I think it matches the Mojo.
Let's see.
2025.
Let's see if I can find it.
Mojo. I have it active on eBay for $750.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I just
Tyler Bremner, Mojo, Auto Gold. Wait, how much do you have it up for?
I think $750.
Let me see if I can find it. You have it for
Someone else had like a gold shimmer for $750.
This. Okay. This one of him. It's of him pitching.
Yep.
Okay.
Throwing hard.
Bowman Chrome, Tyler Bremner.
It's number 40 out of 50.
Number 40. Yep, I see it. Okay. I have no idea what this is worth. Let's see. Tyler Bremner, Bowman, Mojo. Okay, so the regular. How much did you pay?
$360.
Oh yeah, you did well. Yeah, so the numbered out of 150 does $225. Maybe then another one did $86. Why is that? Okay, this is just strange. One did 86.
He's getting called up. He's going to play this year, I think.
Yeah, one did 225. Then one did $86. Okay, so I would actually say you probably paid around what it's worth with these two weird sales. I don't know.
Okay.
Why it's $37. Yeah, you probably paid around what it's worth.
Okay. Yeah, some guys are around me at the table and like I don't seem to know what they were talking about more. We're like, it's more of a 500 to 800 card, but
no, it's not.
Yeah,
it's probably not.
Okay. So should I just wait until there's a little buzz about him? Just kind of keep the price high and then hope it sells in a couple months as the season kicks off?
No, that's not what I would do if it was mine. I would sell it before the season. If it's in good condition, I would get it graded. Get it graded fast, though, and I would definitely try to have it sold before April 1st, which which is when I think the season starts.
Okay, before the season.
Yep.
Okay. The centering's a little off. The left side's a little thicker.
Okay, so then it's probably not going to grade. So then I think you could, I'd throw it up for like 700 or best offer. And I think you might be able to do okay on it. And worst comes to worst, auction it the last week of March.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Right on.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I'll give you a quick follow-up. I called last week about, buying or selling my Drake May stuff. I had sold about half of it. I wasn't able to sell. I listed it, but it was kind of like the last week. People were kind of shy before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to sell a good amount, but I did sell like half of it. So I feel good. Do you think it's a rush to just hold for next season?
I would still sell it. You're probably still going to make money. It's went down a little bit. I don't know if it'll go up during the offseason because it's already so high. That's my take on it. You never know. I mean, it could, because the Patriots could pick up pieces. And they should pick up pieces. It's kind of crazy.
Weapons. Yeah, he had no weapons.
Yeah, like they're rebuilding. Yeah, they're rebuilding, and they made the Super Bowl. So, but it's already so high. So it's like kind of limited-ish upside. How much more can it go up? I don't know. I need to see how much it falls. I know I was looking at a Silver Prism. It's fallen from like, I think 1,400 to like 11 or something like that. But yeah, I just need to see how much it falls. I don't know how much it's gonna fall.
Okay, so I'll just probably lower the prices a little bit. Try to sell some, but don't be in a rush to fire sale.
Yeah. There's no need to be in a rush. It's not gonna. Yeah, you don't need to fire sale it.
It doesn't affect me. I don't need to sell it or anything.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. Well, I appreciate the help.
Well, thanks, bro. Yeah, call back in. Let me know how it all goes.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. I apologize to everybody. The queue's full, and I feel terrible, but maybe I got to start, I don't know, doing these early or something. Well, that's a wrap. We'll be live tomorrow, which is good. Now we're going live on Tuesdays. There's a PDF in the description of the video on YouTube. I think it's only going to be not in the live section, like the regular video section once this is uploaded. But comment, subscribe. I'll see you folks